India has a special problem with English because it was the language of the colonial elite. And that elite continued to treasure English and to keep it their language. And therefore, it always seemed in India, even after independence, as in some way a superior language to many people, the sort of language which people wanted to break into the elite. And this meant that there was a disdain for some of the Indian languages. The elite showed disdain, and then the people who spoke those languages felt a sense of inferiority about it.
When we were in school and college, there was great stress laid on the use of the language, the formation of the sentences, and the accent. And I must confess that we also tended to laugh at people who couldn't or who mispronounced words.
I believe that the natural growth of Hindi, and I become very unpopular with southern people in southern India and this sort of thing when I say this, but I believe that actually Hindi, simple Hindi, could become the lingua franca very easily through the medium of television, through the medium of the Bombay film industry, provided, and this is where the mistake the Hindi people made, you don't ram it down people's throats. If there's a natural expansion of simple Hindi, I think it will gradually grow into the lingua franca. In fact, it is already very, very widely spoken outside the areas which you could call the Hindi-speaking belt.
After the freedom movement, etc., there was more people were trying to introduce the local languages and the national language, which is Hindi. But they discovered that globally it was English that actually got you ahead. So everybody was vying to introduce their children to English-speaking schools, get them tutored in English, and as a result of which today everybody, including your little domestic servant's child, wants to go to an English-speaking school.
Indians are, because of the multiplicity of languages, because almost every 30 miles you go in this country you come to a different dialect, they have a natural talent for languages. One of the great problems which arises is this, is that if you speak of the dangers of English in India, then you're immediately accused of saying that you don't want anyone to learn English. And of course that's absolute rubbish. I think English should be taught in this country. I think the level of English that has been achieved by many people should be treasured in this country. But that doesn't mean to say that you should try and turn the whole country into English speakers.